Today, we're gonna witness one of the most debated matchups in power scaling. Ben 10 versus Dragon Ball. Alien X versus the gods. This isn't hype, this isn't nostalgia, and this definitely isn't my favorite character wins. I'm Analyst Raiden, and this is my analytical take, based strictly on canon feats, cosmology, and how power actually works in both verses. No wank, no downplay. Let's get into it. Alien X made his debut back in Alien Force, and from the very start, he showed what kind of being he is. On his first appearance, he casually reversed time like it was nothing. No effort, no build-up, no strain. That already tells you this isn't a normal power set. Alien X isn't a fighter in the traditional sense. He's a celestial sapien, a being that exists outside space, time, and even the universe itself. When the universe was completely erased in Ben 10 Omniverse, Alien X wasn't harmed, didn't tank the destruction, and didn't regenerate from it. He simply wasn't affected, because he wasn't part of the system that was destroyed. After that, he recreated the entire universe from nothing, not by reversing time, not by repairing damage. He authored reality again from scratch. Galaxies, planets, timelines, everything restored. That alone places Alien X beyond characters whose greatest feats involve destroying what already exists. Yes, Alien X's usual weakness is decision-making, but for this discussion, we're talking about Alien X with full control. No paralysis, no internal debate. Once that limitation is gone, Alien X functions purely as a reality-authoring entity. Let's start with Goku, because this is where most debates begin. In Battle of Gods, Goku clashing with Beerus created shockwaves that traveled across space, destroyed planets, and were stated to threaten the entire universe. That is a legitimate universal level feat, and it shouldn't be downplayed. And remember, at that time, Goku was only in Super Saiyan God. Since then, he's evolved through Super Saiyan Blue, Blue Kaioken, Ultra Instinct, and even True Ultra Instinct. But here's the key detail people miss. That destruction wasn't intentional. Those planets weren't erased because Goku chose to erase them. They were collateral damage caused by raw ki output. Goku still operates under physical combat rules, stamina, transformations, energy limits, and exhaustion. Even Ultra Instinct gives him perfect movement and reaction, not authority over reality. Alien X doesn't need to output more energy than Goku. He decides outcomes. This isn't a fistfight. It's a character acting inside reality versus a character rewriting reality itself. So yes, Goku reached universal levels, but he still can't match Alien X's feats. Now, let's talk about Beerus, because this needs precision. Beerus's Hakai has never been truly resisted in canon. When Hakai is properly applied, it erases matter, souls, and even gods from existence.
It doesn't matter if you're an animal, mineral, or ghost. There's nothing in the universe Lord Beerus can't destroy.
Hakai is absolute within Dragon Ball's system. However, Hakai's effectiveness still depends on the user's level relative to the target. We've seen this clearly. When Frieza attempted Hakai-based energy on Goku, it failed because Goku was already above Frieza's level. When Toppo used Hakai, Frieza was injured but survived, and Vegeta outright overpowered it through raw strength. From this, we understand something important. Hakai works on mortals below the user's level. Beerus himself has stated that Hakai cannot be used on true immortals. Now bring Alien X into this. Alien X doesn't exist inside Dragon Ball's cosmology. He exists outside the universe entirely. Universal destruction didn't affect him at all. So even though Hakai is absolute within its system, it doesn't automatically guarantee effectiveness on a being that isn't part of that system. That's why the most accurate conclusion is Alien X greater than or equal to Beerus. Now let's talk about Whis. Whis has never fought Beerus seriously, not because he couldn't, but because he serves Beerus as his attendant. angels are neutral overseers and don't act freely in combat. However, we've seen Whis effortlessly restrain and incapacitate Beerus in non-combat moments. That wasn't the fight, and it didn't need to be. The ease with which Whis handled Beerus clearly shows the gap in their tier. Whis exists on a higher existential layer than gods of destruction. He enforces the rules of Dragon Ball's cosmology rather than obeying them. The clearest example of this is Whis resurrecting Frieza without using Dragon Balls. Dragon Balls aren't just tools, they're cosmic laws. Even gods usually respect their limitations. Whis bypassed that system entirely. So when comparing Whis and Alien X, this isn't about combat speed or strength. Alien X rewrites reality directly. Whis maintains and governs the framework reality operates within. One edits reality, the other ensures reality functions. Neither has shown the ability to completely override the other at their own level. That's why Whis approximates Alien X remains the most consistent take. This is where the debate ends. Zeno doesn't fight. He doesn't scale power. He doesn't use techniques. Zeno erases universes, timelines, immortals, and gods instantly. No one has survived it. No one has countered it. Alien X can recreate a universe after it's destroyed. Zeno deletes the entire structure universes exist within. Creation cannot counter absolute erasure. Once Zeno acts, there is no reality left for Alien X to rewrite. Zeno is definitively above Alien X. Finally, the Grand Priest. The Grand Priest is the father of all angels, stronger than Whis, exists beyond time and universes, and answers only to Zeno. If Alien X is a reality editor, the Grand Priest is running the server that reality exists on. Authority beats power. Admin beats editor. That places the Grand Priest above Alien X as well. So when we put everything together, the picture becomes clear. Goku reached universal levels but still can't match Alien X's reality authority feats. Beerus represents absolute destruction within his system, but Alien X exists beyond that system. Whis operates at a similar tier through control and enforcement, and Zeno and the Grand Priest stand above all of them through absolute authority. This is my take. If I said anything wrong, correct me in the comments, and let me know what matchup you want next. Until then, Analyst Right Hand signing off.